What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, like I said yesterday, we went ahead and we streamed some Vanguard. Thank you to everybody who tuned into the live stream. Like I said, it was open lobbies. We had tons of fun, and we're going to be doing the same exact thing today. So if you want to squad up, by all means, I think it's a whole free week and weekend, so you guys are always welcome to join. But while playing this game, I think from the very beginning as well, I came to this conclusion. But Vanguard only has about one thing going for it, which makes it a playable experience in my eyes. Because if it wasn't for this one thing, Vanguard to me would personally just be a skin, a clone of Modern Warfare. There's nothing really unique or anything that stands out with Vanguard. It does a bunch of stuff right. You know, it pretty much takes the Modern Warfare formula and perfects multiple things about it. But at the end of the day, it's nothing different. Sledgehammer Games has always done a fantastic job at, standing out from the rest of the crowd and having their own flow and style. Same with Infinity Ward and Treyarch. They always have their own ways of designing games, but you could 110% tell that obviously Vanguard was used as a placeholder to give Modern Warfare 2 some extra time because the game doesn't have any passion behind it. It doesn't feel like a Sledgehammer's project. Like I said, it feels a little like Infinity Ward. It feels like Modern Warfare polished off, and because of that reason, I just can't consider it a true, expansion into the Call of Duty universe. Nothing to really hype up. But, like I said, out of all the things that they've done in this game, I think there's one, maybe two things. The second thing is the amount of content in this game. I gotta say, that is phenomenal. Having a ton of maps to rotate through is great. A lot of weapons to explore and, try out. Fantastic. Some of them are way more overpowered than others, but at the end of the day, since the time to kill isn't like, a Treyarch title anymore, like Black Ops 4 Cold War, we have 150 HP, we're back to a very fast time to kill, it doesn't really bother me. I could still use any gun and get at least a few kills with it, right? But the one single thing in my eyes that makes Vanguard stand out from any other Call of Duty game ever made, and honestly makes it pretty darn fun, is the combat pacing. Now, this has been in Call of Duty way before Vanguard. A lot of console players probably won't know about this, but if you've been playing Call of Duty on PC and you are an enjoyer of the old school classic Call of Duty games out there, like myself, and you like to go play things like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, the classic games like Call of Duty 4 or World at War, if you're one of those individuals, you know that when you go play those games on PC, a lot of the lobbies are modded and stuff like that to increase the player count on all of the maps. So you're going to be playing on the classic 6v6 maps that you played back in the day, but instead of 6v6, it's going to be, 10 versus 10, 15 versus 15, 20 versus 20 sometimes. It depends on the server that you're in. But these player counts have been a thing for a very long time, and it's been loved by the community for ages. Like I said, people adore this stuff. Now, I don't know why it took Call of Duty so long to, figure this out and see that this is popular. If they went and played their own games, if they went and played some of these old school classics, they would know. But clearly, the Call of Duty developers don't touch their stuff that much anymore. They're too busy playing other stuff, and they don't worry about their own titles. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we finally have it in Call of Duty Vanguard. We have combat pacing, which allows you to choose what you basically want to play. Tactical pacing, which is 6v6, assault pacing, anywhere from like 8v8 to 10v10, and then blitz pacing, which can go anywhere up to 20 versus 20, I believe, in Vanguard, which is my personal favorite. Now, combat pacing does a lot for Call of Duty games nowadays because basically Call of Duty has evolved over the years. It used to be a super casual shooter. You can hop on Call of Duty, hop into a 6v6 lobby, get some casual matches in. You'll either do average or you'll do phenomenal and get some streaks, but at the end of the day, you usually hop off with, a smile, or you might be a little salty as well. Call of Duty has always been a rage-inducing game, but 9 times out of 10, I enjoyed my experiences back in the day, and I still, like I said, hop on all these games till this date, play them all the time, and every single time I hop off, I'm 10 times happier than the current experiences that I'm playing current day. But over time, Call of Duty has evolved into a much more competitive title. You just simply cannot play a Call of Duty game without people sweating their butts off every 5 seconds. So nowadays, you have to be a very competitive player. Now, for me personally, I get a little sweaty myself, so I have some enjoyment out of competing. It depends on my mood of the day. A lot of the times I don't have enjoyment, but since YouTube and Twitch streaming is now my full-time gig, I have more time to be able to do so. Back when I worked 2 jobs and I had to go to class all the time, it wasn't really my ideal situation, Kicking back is a lot better, and you can't do that nowadays. Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, a lot of these games got hit extremely hard because of that exact reason. Skill-based matchmaking was toned so ridiculously high, along with the player base slowly and gradually evolving to the sweaty player base they are today from, compared to what they used to be back in the day with Modern Warfare 2 and, Call of Duty 4 World at War and stuff like that. And it sadly got to a point where pretty much everybody is leaving the multiplayer side of Call of Duty. And still to this date with Vanguard, you can go into the 6v6 tactical side of things, and guess what? No surprise, it is stupidly sweaty. But there was a trick I used back in Modern Warfare and also Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War, I figured out that if you have a mix of players in your party, usually the matchmaking is a little bit more lenient in your favor. If you play solo, it's going to literally put you up with nothing but straight competition of your own skill level. But what I would do is, I would live stream Black Ops Cold War daily, and every single time I played, I would get a full squad. It's always open lobbies, when I'm streaming. And we would have all different types of players. It doesn't matter. I could care less if we win or we lose. I'm just trying to vibe out with you guys and have a good time. But what it does from my personal experience is it tones down the skill-based matchmaking. It makes it a little bit more lenient. But again, not everybody else is able to get a full 6-man party. Maybe they can only have 2 people in their party, 3 people in their party. That's a little too lenient for skill-based matchmaking to kick in and find, really competitive players. But in Modern Warfare, I had a trick, which I only went to ground war. I'll play Search and Destroy with the homies if it was a full 6-stack. But when I played personally, solo, or anything of that sort, I went to ground war. And this is why. The more players it requires to fill a game, the less the skill-based matchmaking kicks in. You see, in 6v6, it is ridiculously easy for the algorithm to find 12 players who are very similar to skill. But if you have to find 30 plus players, 40 plus players to fill one game, it's going to be a lot harder, especially when it's a popular game like COD and a lot of, players and individuals are split across the board between, team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, Warzone, ground war. They're spread everywhere. Very thin. So, it's a little difficult to have a very strict skill-based matchmaking and have it work so actively, especially for the more heavy populated modes like ground war, which it took 30 plus players. So when you join something like that, the skill-based matchmaking is much lower. You get a lot better of variety across the board. You'll still get your sweats. I'm not saying you're not going to have a completely noob fest, but it's a lot better with variety. It feels like old school COD. It feels exactly like how Call of Duty 4 felt, Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1. It felt like all the OG days where it was a perfect mix in the 6v6 lobby. But sadly, I had to do it in ground war and Modern Warfare. Fast forward up to Vanguard. Combat pacing saved this game, because if I had to be stuck with 6v6, it would be over for me. But since I am allowed to play Assault and Blitz pacing at any time that I want, I don't even have to consider playing 6v6 at all. I can only play Blitz if I truly want to. It, once again, gives me the same Modern Warfare effect, the Modern Warfare ground war effect, where it's way too many people to fill up a lobby where it's extremely strict skill-based matchmaking, and it makes it more fun for your personal experience. In 3 hours of gameplay on Vanguard, with obviously a full lobby of like 4 or 5, even 6 people, because it's always open lobbies, we only found one game that was stupidly sweaty, where over half the team were straight sweat lords. But every game had about like 1, 2, maybe 3 sweats, really good players. The rest were maybe average, and then some below average players as well scattered in the mix on both sides. So it was an equal battle all the time. Both teams got streaks. Both teams had good times, bad times. It was fair. And that's what COD is about. COD is about the casual experience that everybody's having an enjoyable experience. It's not about one team completely running through the other team or, having to sweat your nuts off so nobody in the lobby gets a UAV. No, it's supposed to be an equal balance to where everybody can get a little bit of excitement out of the lobby. Why do you guys think Warzone's so popular? Yes, it's free to play. Yes, it's a battle royale and stuff like that. And yes, it has the Call of Duty name. But, honestly, why do you think any BR is popular? Because the player count is massive. Now, yes, you can go into ranked lobbies in certain games. I think Fortnite might have it, and Apex Legends has ranked, so you can get a little more competition. But every single game that you hop into that's not ranked, which I don't believe Warzone has ranked, so every single Warzone lobby you hop into, it has to find 100 plus individuals. No possible way they're all going to be sweats. Yes, there might be 10, 20, maybe even 30, pretty competitive players. But there's going to be at least, a nice 50, 60, 70 plus average players and a little below average players mixed into the overall battle. You have nobody to blame besides yourself if you're going to say, oh, all I find is sweats in Warzone, because it depends on where you drop. If you're going to drop in a sweaty location, you best believe there's going to be sweats there. And again, you have to think, if it's going to be like 20, 30 really good players or average players scattered across there, you're going to find them every once in a while. But like I said, the larger the player count, the better of a chance you have for a casual experience. Combat pacing is going to be what's going to save Call of Duty from this point on. Now all we have to do is rely on the development teams to make us a good Call of Duty experience. If they could do that, if they can make a reliable, good, high-quality multiplayer game, then combat pacing will completely resolve the skill-based matchmaking problem that we have till this day. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bonus, I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, you want to chat with me, there's do so have a Twitter and a Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, you want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.